Hello, my name is Cynthia Howard, and today we are going to be talking about networks. So first, what is a network? A network is an interconnected group of people or things capable of sharing meaningful information. So in terms of technology and computers, network is short for computer network or data network. And it implies that computers are the things that are sharing meaningful information. So why do we want to have a network? Networks make it easy for colleagues to connect and to share information. And it's all stored digitally, so you don't have to worry about losing your paperwork, which has always been a trouble for me, staying organized with actual papers. And it also allows you to share resources like a network printer as opposed to each teacher having their own printer. If you share a network printer, then everyone has access to it, which can help alleviate the cost if like one teacher's printer broke down and then you have to replace it, so on and so forth. So what are the different kinds of networks? The first one we're going to talk about is a peer-to-peer network. And this is just where every computer is equal. There is not one that is privileged that kind of controls the other one. So you can share information back and forth, but also each computer or device can save its own information onto that particular device. And you also run individual applications. For example, I'm on a network when I'm at school, but I have my own applications such as the Camtasia Recording Studio, which I'm using, which is only on my device. Then you have the client-server network, and this is where you have one or more servers that kind of control the actions of the client devices or the ones that are under it. So in this case, the server would be privileged. You would want this for things where, like, if you have authentication, the server can just do it for all of the computers. It can store data, and it can also run large shared applications. Then you also have cloud-based networks. This is where you actually pay a third-party vendor to host your data and your applications on a web browser. This is a good option. It's easier, it's cheaper, and it's greener, right? Because you aren't purchasing and replacing and repairing your own equipment. But it's not a great option if you have to handle sensitive client data or health records. Okay, so now we're going to talk about network size and scale. First, you have the LAN. It stands for Local Area Network, and it interconnects resources in a single organization. And then your WAN is a wide area network. So this is like for really big areas. It is expensive to maintain all of the links, and most companies are not able to afford it without leasing it through a phone or a cable company. And then you have the CAN, which stands for Campus Area Network. Connects multiple LANs in the same network. It's what most school campuses would have. A little bit about equipment. You do have to have a network switch or an Ethernet switch, routers, and network cards. So the kind of demands that are on networks, most districts are trying now to have 1-to-1, so a student to a device, and that has greatly increased the demands on the network. Research has shown that demand doubles basically every 18 months, and some districts see 3 or more devices per student, which is a huge demand and also is increasing the cost. So districts have to manage the cost of the bandwidth, the technology, hardware, and the technology specialists to maintain their systems. So bandwidth, like the more bandwidth you have, the faster your computers are going to be able to connect and operate, but you also have the cost of buying the technology, replacing technology, so many things that go into all of these network expenses. And here are the references if you would like to go and read more about it. And thank you very much for listening to my presentation on networks.